Right, hello and welcome to this week's video blog. And you can see in front of you, or you might be able to see in front of you most of, a floor plan. This floor plan is Bingley Hall at the Stafford Showground. This is where the spring bird show is going on. I think we come in down there, near the show office, I would imagine. And we've got 4 distinct areas. One area is the feathered flyers. I have absolutely no idea what that is. I have a feeling that is the show area, but I could be wrong, because it's not sort of advertised on the website anywhere. So I assume that might be for the show, actually, for showbirds. The blue are trade stands, and when I mean trade stands, I mean stands for equipment. The green, which you can see there in the main hall, there in some sort of annex, there in an adjoining little building, and there on the balcony, those green stands are the trading stands. Those, sorry, are the breeding stands. Those are the stands that are actually selling the birds. And then what looks like the same colour, but it's actually different, the purple there, that is the society stands. I'm not part of any society yet, so I don't think there are many around here. I'm not so bothered about that. So it's the green that I need to worry about. Apparently you can buy tickets. You can't buy them in advance anymore, but you can buy them on the day, obviously, and at the in the car park. So that will be fine. I've done my list of what purchases I want. Now all I need to do is find the information on the times for the shuttle bus from the station to the showground, and we're ready to go. This, by the way, is the night before. Now the last time I was here, at this hour in the morning, and I do need to check this, but it was absolutely silent, and there was nobody around. And we're at the same time now, well, that was when I was going to the US, and we're at the same time now, and there's people everywhere. Anyway, I've been by taxi to Leeds, and I found out where the bus is leaving from, and I found out that McDonald's is open at this ungodly hour in the morning, so I'm actually going to have breakfast. It's bizarre. So it's 9 o'clock and I have just arrived here in Stafford, sleepy Stafford. It's Sunday and the bird show awaits. Now there is a little bit of a problem here, but first I'll recap what happened on the journey. So getting on the bus was a little bit of a fuss, because 2 buses arrived at once. One for Manchester Airport, one for all the stops and Manchester Piccadilly, which I wanted. And of course all the people were just saying, oh yes, this is the one to Manchester. Manchester what? Because it matters which bus you get on. Anyway, once we got on, there was a whole load of drunks on our particular one, and they were on all the way to Huddersfield, which is quite a long time, but finally we got rid of them, and after that it was quite peaceful. The change at Manchester Piccadilly was no problem, but we do know that there's a slight problem now. The bird show starts in about half an hour, and I don't think the buses run on a Sunday. The X1 apparently does go to the showground, but I'm not sure it runs, so we'll have to find out in a minute. Well, I'm blowed if I know which one of these bus shelters goes to where I want to be. There's one that's over there, there's one here, there's another one there, and I've had a look at all of them and can't find the one I want. I have a horrible feeling that it isn't running anyway. There was conflicting rumours on the internet about it. So there is buses running though, but I don't think the one I want. There's a very noisy church over there, just through there. It's not a cathedral because Stafford doesn't have one. but it is a very noisy church, and this is a very nice garden. I won't have time really to explore Stafford, I don't think. The only thing I can do now is catch a taxi. There is a taxi rank over there. My issue will be, if there isn't a taxi rank at the actual place, how am I going to get back? That could be interesting. Because of course the link between Stafford and Manchester Piccadilly on the way back, just like on the way here, is direct. So the ticket I have is only valid for the time of departure, not for other trains running on the same line later or earlier. We'll just have to play it by ear. I also hope that the taxis don't cost too much. Still, I'll have to do it because I can't walk and I can't really catch a bus. So, right, let's go. So it's coming up to noon, and I have been to the bird show. I've been all around the bird show. Incredibly busy. Apologies for the wind. Here are my purchases. These are them. Oops. There we are. There's a pair of lovebirds there, and some quail. 2 quail. I finally got my lifelong ambition of getting a Jarvis boat. Slightly worried about the one here. His back leg, the bit that hooks under on the other side, is at a wonk. I'm rather hoping it's just because he's positioned himself wrong, but you see that's why he keeps slipping. There's a bit that's supposed to go round the other side of the perch and it's sticking up, and I don't like that at all. Their claws are far too long. Far too long. So I'm going to have to cut them. Diamond doves in there, a red factor canary, and a pair of owl finches. So I'm rather pleased with myself actually. I managed to spend quite a lot of money. Where are you? Those ticking noises are from the lovebirds, by the way. There he is, look. Oh, I love them. Love them to bits already. There's my quail. There's 2 quail. I've got a pair. They are actually male and female. God only knows what the lovebirds are. And again, you can't really sex lovebirds or some of the things that I've got, really. So, I'm going to be here for a bit. I got a taxi here, which is quite good. It cost about £10, but it was a good 15-minute journey. And there isn't a taxi rank, but the guy has given me his number and told me just to phone him, or text, and he'll come and pick me up. I can't decide if I'm going to go back and go into that park, or whether I'm going to stay here for a bit. Don't know. Can't decide. How the hell am I going to get these home? These are okay because they're in my bag, and those are hidden. It's just the Javas that are sort of on show, really. I'm just hoping that nobody on the train has a problem. It's about 1:30, and I'm back at Stafford Station, and all my little all my Avery, my whole Avery, is with me. Mick was the taxi driver, said if you've got spare time, because I do, the bird show wasn't due to finish until 3:30, but a lot of people were already leaving, and I daren't stay anymore. I mean, I got another £20 or £30, but I'll only buy more, and I shouldn't. So I decided to leave, and he said, obviously my train isn't until 4:30, because I thought I'd give myself an hour to get back. So he said, why don't you go into the little park, which is across there, and he says at one corner, the far corner, he says there's an aviary, a free aviary to look around, specialising in pheasants. So I said, well, you know what I'm going to be doing for the next hour. Quite unbelievably, as well as the pheasants, there's also a number of zebra finches. Yes, and budgies. I heard the budgies a mile away. See some budgies over there. One day my aviary will be as big as this. At least it will if I don't stop buying birds at bird shows. But they've mixed their budgies with their quail. Quail over in the corner somewhere. Where is he? There he is. There's a quail. So they've mixed budgies and quail together. But not with the finches. There's a whole flock of finches now. But they all seem to be zebras. Nothing else at the moment. I'm just working my way around. Bad looking budgie here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that scaly mite, infected with scaly mite. Not as bad as Wyman's, but no wonder he's not feeling so good. It's a disfiguration that can easily be reversed, and it's certainly not life-threatening. It just makes them look ugly. But he doesn't look quite as healthy as all the rest. Poor little mite.